Alright everyone, this should be the start of the first Mordian Glory proper stream. Hopefully you could all hear me absolutely fine. If there's any issues, let me know in the chat below, but you should be able to hear me, you should be able to see me, and fingers crossed there should also be a very light bit of music in the background as well. If that bit's not there, it doesn't really matter. So just want to say a huge thank you to everyone. Someone says I'm muted. Doesn't look like it on my end. Is it muted for everyone else? That's not ideal. All clear. Oh, we can hear you. Okay, maybe it's just one person. Are you muted, Max? Do you have your sound on, Max? That's the question. It might be that it's a individual person. Try the litany of percussion. You know, if you hit it a bit, maybe it'll be okay. Anyway, headset plugged in. There we go. See, this thing's like, I'm just like absolutely shitting myself because I'm like, is this gonna work? And then first comment is, oh, you're muted, and I'm like, oh, great. Like I spent like 3 hours last night for nothing. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we've already been derailed. Let's get back on with the actual thing. So, has volume turned off? Yo, you're muted, bro. So, what I want to do today, guys, is I want to test, hopefully test of things that have been fixed yesterday. So you should be able to hear different things as we go into the different screens and all that kind of stuff. It looks like we've transitioned from the sort of starting soon screen to the main view, which is great. But what I want to do first is just go through very quickly what the heck we're actually going to be doing with these streams. Okay, so raise my volume a bit slightly. I'll look into that in actually I can look into that now. Actually, give me 1 second. I will adjust the volume for you, beautiful people. Okay, is that a bit better? Some people say it's a bit quieter. Is that a bit better? That should be a bit better. You should be able to hear me a bit better now. Okay. Awesome. Excellent. So this is it. Like it's like a half test stream, guys. So what we're going to do with this stream is hopefully do a full stream, you know, 2 or 3 hours, all that good shit. But as we're going along, as we discover things, we will fix them, and then the next stream after that and the next stream after that will be more improved, more refined, perfect, all that good shit. That's what we're expecting. Question, do we have to watch the previous stream to be caught up on all the lore? No, this is basically the first stream. Robert has down studio, which is a controversial yet fantastic name. This is the best bit about streaming. You get to read out all the really inappropriate stream names that people have. So just to very quickly, because I know we want to get into the stream, you don't want to hear me like waffling. Why am I doing these streams? Firstly, I gave streaming a go a year or so ago, probably about 2 years ago, and it was okay, but I didn't have the camera, I didn't have overlays, I didn't have anything like that. So I was like, you know what, let's just not do it shit, let's do it properly. So I've had a little bit of time recently to set it up properly. And I've got a proper room now dedicated to Warhammer. You can see the models here. You know, we're in the battle bunker. For those of you that follow the channel for a while, where I try and do my battle reports, we're in the battle bunker. That's where we are. So it's all set up. It's all in one place. So now I can do it properly. I feel like it's actually going to be really good for the channel. Like, I really enjoy interacting with the community, and live streaming is just simply the best way of doing it. There's only so much you can get from comments, and it's just so much better when we get to do it live streaming. So that's why we're doing it. Now, in terms of what we're going to be doing in these live streams, Lord Biscuit, the toss of all. Damn, I knew I should have named myself Prom Wizard 69. It's not too late. Make a new YouTube account. It's free. Subscribe. Just don't tell them it's 2 accounts on one channel. Anyway, what we're going to be covering in these streams. So it's going to cover everything from hey, Killer Creeks, well, nice to meet you too, man. So this is great. Like, just being able to talk interactively. You get DVL, but it doesn't matter. What we're going to be covering in these streams. Well, obviously there's going to be video games. That's like part and parcel of streaming, right? But this is not primarily a video game channel, right? This is a Warhammer channel. So basically, what we're going to be covering is all sorts of stuff. So in some streams, I would play some video games. That's really easy. I load a video game, we get the sound right, we go, great. Some of them, I'll be building and painting models. So if I've bought myself a new bot action kit, or a new Warhammer kit, you know, if Games Workshop ever get around to releasing our new kits, I'll be doing those live on camera, and then I can upload them later. So fantastic. So we've got building, we've got painting, we've got gaming, tactics talks, fantastic. You know, been bread and butter with the Mordian glory. So for now, you get to see me make all the mistakes rather than me being able to edit them out. That's the, you know, fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll do it live, goddamn thing. Anyway, that's how we're going to do it. And then, of course, we'll be doing, like, if Games Workshop do, like, a really important announcement, like a balanced data slate, for example, I can come on and give you all a massively misinformed hot take on it. And without any of the... that's how we'll do it. So there's going to be loads and loads of just... It's just going to be great. It's just all the normal stuff. You know, the Morning Mondays for the painting and hobbying. Video games as well. That's probably a bit of a rude gesture. We'll do it that way. And all that good shit. So that's what we're going to be doing in these ones. Now, firstly, so that's the first thing. Second thing, what the heck, how often am I going to be doing it? So the intention for the time being is to do it 2 to 3 times a week. There will be a schedule. That'll be put on the community page of the YouTube channel. It'll be put on the Facebook page. If there's any changes to that schedule, be told well in advance. It's going to be done properly. There's never going to be a day, or there shouldn't, unless there's like an emergency or anything, there should never be a day when you sign on and you don't know when the Mordian Glory channel live stream is. You know, and fingers crossed, I'll be able to keep it consistent so it's the same time every week. So you won't need to watch out for like the weekly announcements. It'll just be 4 o'clock, right? Sign on to Mordian Glory. That good shit, you know. Hopefully, I haven't pigeonholed myself into a specific time just yet. Very, very simple reason for that. I don't know when the best time is for my followers. I'm going to try out a variety of times, but we're not talking long term. We're talking 2 or 3 streams at different times, get some feedback, and then we'll just settle on the one that's best for the majority. So initially, I'm going to be doing these midday UK time, because that's the time that I've got available at the moment. And then if that turns out that people are at work and it's just not a great time for them, that's fine. We'll do it in the evening. Or if people want to have a mordian, that's going to get rude quickly, isn't it? A Mordian Glory live stream. You want to have some Mordian Glory live stream with your breakfast, totally fine. Like, you can do that. So there you go. But it's going to be consistent. It's not going to be amateurish. I've purposely made sure that I only start doing this when I can do it properly. Last thing to sort of mention, in terms of the live stream itself, I have set up a number of ways that people can interact with the live stream. Okay, so we have the chat function, good old-fashioned chat function. I can keep an eye on that during game and all that kind of stuff, and I can answer people's questions. Absolutely great. I have also, as this is sort of part and parcel with doing live streams, set up a number of sort of other ways, and I'll be honest, paid ways that you could interact with the Mordian Glory live stream. Okay, to make that paper for me, well, for me to make that paper, obviously. So we've got tips, we've got super chats, we've got subs, and we've got members. Now, subs, every time someone subs to the channel, it should do an alert. Okay, and we should all get to see, oh, so-and-so sub channel. Now, this isn't Twitch subs, isn't like paid subs. This is when someone literally goes on the Mordian Glory channel, subscribes, and it should do an announcement. Fingers crossed. There's also like tips and chats. There's 4 different levels for that. So there's a little. So if there's like, give a little bit, it'll say one thing. If you give another, a medium amount, it'll say another thing, and it's a different voice for each level. So, for example, I believe if someone does a tip for like $2 or less than 5, it's anything between 1 and 5, the Commissar's voice from Dawn of War will go, "Victory is assured," and stuff like that. But if you give like a lot, then it'll go something like "Glory to the first man to die," and stuff like that. So there's ways of interacting and that, and also it notifies me when, because if I'm in game, I'm going to miss this. The chat's here, but the game's here, so I'm going to miss that, right? So there's loads of ways to interact. I'm not going to bore you to death with them now. It's just for there if people want to. And the last thing to say, there is a interaction for when someone becomes a channel member. Channel members should have gone live as of a few minutes ago. I did do a Facebook post and a community post about channel members, and the feedback I did from that was unbelievably helpful. I had gone totally the wrong direction with it. And I asked myself, would I be willing to pay the channel membership amounts that I was asking other people to pay? And the answer was no, I wasn't. I was totally way off. So channel membership's been totally stripped down, guys. There's one level. That's it. It's basically the cheapest possible level I can do. It's $1.99. And it's called I'm Doing My Part. That's it, because I thought that's a good reference. And basically it gives you access to like emojis, and it gives you access to channel badges, and it lets me know who's a channel member so I can reply to their comments first. And it's almost like when you're playing a video game and you want to pay for like a cosmetic skin, you can almost choose to do that, but there's no obligation for you to do it. Same thing with this. If you want to support the channel a little bit, get some cool emojis you can use in the chat, get a cool little badge next to your name. There you go. And if you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. It's just a little extra thing. So that's it. I will be doing, this is the last big announcement, and then I'm just going to, well, I'm not going to shut the hell up because then there's no point in me live streaming, is there? Last thing, last announcement. It's like a big announcement time. So live streams, all sorts of stuff. There will be a Patreon overhaul coming. Now, anyone who's a current Patreon member, do not panic. Anyone who's a current Patreon member, whatever level you're at, you will get moved on essentially onto the equivalent of the new levels. You won't have to cancel and reapply. You won't miss out on anything. So if this is at all, and I need to do my research on this, but I should be able to do this, no problem. If you're on, let's say, like the $1, $2 level, you essentially stay on that, and you will be credited in the videos. And then if you go on to one of the sort of middle tier levels, you'll get access to like the community Discord, and I've got ideas as well for having not just dedicated models in battle reports people, but dedicated models that are like in a hall of fame where you can go and see, look, my model is there in the dedicated, hall of heroes, like an online sort of place. So I've not finalized that yet. When that happens, it'll be properly announced, but I'm just giving people a heads up. But I want to assure people, if you're already a Patreon supporter, you could basically have to do nothing. So there you go. So that should be everything. So we've just seen, hopefully we should see a couple of things pop up now. So Owen Rice, massive thank you for the super chat. It's Bean Marines, excellent, and massive thank you to Killer Kriegsman. So for becoming a channel member, welcome to. So could everyone just let me know, did you hear those two announcements and were they different? Can chat tell me if that happened and if they were the right volume and all that kind of stuff. If they weren't, I need to go and fix that. So I'm just keeping an eye on chat at the moment. Oh, Killer Kriegsman, I can see you've got your emoji next to your thing, or the channel badge already. You've got the bayonet. I heard them and they were different. Perfect. And there was no echo or anything like that. I'm keeping an eye on chat. There was no echo. They all came through clear. Just waiting. Awesome. Perfect. So, see, that was the big problem yesterday. Whereas now we've done it. So you guys can see that if you become like a, like a channel member, Kazakin squad, ready to serve. If you subscribe, it should say a guardsman going, infantry squad reporting for duty, something like that. Perfect. So before I move on, I want to make a big deal out of it. Huge thank you to the super chat. Huge thank you for that. I'm going to make sure I get that right. So huge thank you to Owen Rice for the super chat. And huge thank you to Killer Kriegsman for becoming a channel member. And I want to make a point out of this. Huge thank you to Killer Kriegsman for super chatting yesterday as well. That was massively appreciated during the test live stream. And this is what I need to get used to doing and making sure. But I need, the announcements and all that help me, notice when that kind of stuff's happening. So that's all. Shall we dive into, that's all the announcements. Shall we dive into today's game? Because we're going to play a game today, because it's kind of easy for me to do a video game as the first one. So let me seamlessly transition, which hopefully will be seamless. And if it all goes tits up, then that's the magic of cinema. But it's the nightmare of cinema, I'd say. Right. So I'm gonna deactivate that. come over to here, and come over to here. And we should be in the game now. We should be in the game now. Killer Krigsman, always here for even you painting in a pinch. You know what, man? I may need to take you up on that. I've got a huge backlog, and it just keeps growing. It just keeps growing at this point. So, I'm just sort of keeping an eye on the chat and everything. But hopefully, if you guys can let me know that you can see that we are in a video game of some kind. I just need to make sure that the stream quality is coming through beautiful as well. We don't want anything coming through rubbish. Yes, it seems to be coming through very nicely, which is good. Got to keep an eye on that. So the plan is that we'll probably stream for a couple of hours today, and maybe 2 or 3 hours. We'll play it by ear. So the game that we're going to play today, guys, is one of my favourite games of all time, which is Half-Life. But Half-Life is a really, really old. Half-Life itself is a really, really old game, and it looks like ass. And it's actually really difficult to get the aspect ratios and everything right. So we're going to play the modern version, which looks much nicer. So we're going to be playing Black Mesa. Now we are going to start at the beginning, and we're just going to basically run through the first 2 or 3, 4 missions of Black Mesa. It's not a particularly long game, and there'll be a little bit of like just world building, and then there will be some like action. It's a shooter. It's a first-person shooter. One thing to mention about gaming in generally is one of the things I'm going to be bringing with the Patreon is community Discord. Now, initially the community Discord will be fairly standard. It'll be text and all that kind of stuff. But there will be opportunities, fingers crossed, there will be opportunities to do community games, which would be awesome. So I have an idea, and I hope this gets people really excited. I have an idea for running a massive community Stellaris game where we all get basically a custom faction of from the Warhammer 40k universe, and we just play. It's like just a massive game, and we just play like a huge 8-hour long game or whatever it is of like Stellaris, or maybe even longer than that. And that'd be so cool just to try it out and just see if it works. That's the advantage of having like a community Discord. That's kind of things you'd get from like the Patreon overhaul. So I have been waffling on like a mother for a while. So I think that I am going to start the game now. So we're going to start the game from the beginning. So as we're going along, I'm sure a lot of people will. Mikhail Hunstead, do you play 40k Gladius? I have heard of Gladius, and I believe I even own a copy of Gladius, but I've never played it myself. Killer Kriegsman, I can fit you in between Titan, Heresy, White Scars. Okay, interesting. Well, like I said, there's nothing set in stone yet, but I very well may need your services in the future. We'll have to have a little sort of conflab around that in the next couple of weeks or a few weeks or anything. Okay. So, as we're going along, if there's any issue with the sound or anything like that, let me know. But, so, we're in the game now. So, this is Black Mesa. It's the, essentially, remaster of Half-Life. Half-Life is a classic first-person shooter. I'm not going to give anything away too much, because some people may not have played it before, but for those of you who have played it, you'll obviously know what's going to be coming up. But this is like the opening scene. And basically, we're on a tram, and we're going through quite a badass underground facility, and all we know at the beginning of the game is that we are a scientist, and that we work in some pretty confidential, is that the right word, classified research. Now, one of the things I'm going to be doing with the video games that I pick is I'm not just going to be doing random video games. Sometimes I will be, but a lot of the time what I'd like to do is try and do video games that can almost be role played as 40k ones or something similar. Sometimes I'll just play a game because people have suggested, play this game, it'll be cool. And sometimes I'll be like, for example, today you can almost, whilst there isn't a 40k, well, there might be, but whilst there isn't, I'm not using a 40k mod today, you can almost imagine that we're some sort of low-level tech priest in a facility of the Adeptus Mechanicus. And, well, no spoilers, but things are, it would be a very boring game if everything went totally to plan. Like any good tech priest experiment, things are going to blow up in our faces, which will be interesting. Okay. When do you become the Half-Life? Oh, now, Brandon Mayers, I'm looking forward to Darktide. I am so looking forward to Darktide. I have literally got Steam Wallet set aside, which I've got like for like Christmas stuff, just set aside for Darktide. And let me tell you, if the live streaming has evolved and developed to that point, let's get some goddamn Mordian Glory Patreons together and let's do a goddamn, you know, some Darktide streams. And it doesn't, you know, it could be different people every time, different Patreon members every time. Just we'll figure out some way, it could be like a random draw or whoever's available at the time or whatever, but that's what I'm talking about. It's like, let's all be guardsmen and let's all be ogring. Do you know what I mean? It'd be so cool. That's I cannot wait for Darktide. I was kind of hoping it'd be out already so I could do my first stream as Darktide. But there we go. Alright, see you later, Viridian Shallows. Thank you for joining, man. Really appreciate it. Deaf Noise Marine. By the way, Deaf Noise Marine, I've seen your name pop up a few times in comments, so I you know, and it's great recognizing people. I think your name is fantastic, Deaf Noise Marine. It's just simple yet it always makes me chuckle every time I see it. Have I ever tried Sanctus Reach? The Imperial Guard expansion is really fun. I haven't tried Sanctus Reach, but I am not an expert video game person at all, and this is definitely not going to be like a God Gamer channel. This is just going to be like a personality channel, essentially. And so, but live streaming is going to motivate me to do it. Live streaming is going to motivate me to play different games that I wouldn't normally play. So normally I have a really bad habit. I'm not a millennial. I'm like Gen X. Maybe I am a millennial. Who the fuck knows anymore? But I just like playing the games that I played when I was growing up. So I am always playing like the old school city building games, the old school shooter games, old school strategy games. So every time they get remastered, it's really, really good for me. But I want to have the motivation to... I should probably watch where I'm going. I want to have the motivation to be able to play other games. Simon Evans. Simon E. I see you there, Simon. And I see Simon Morris as well. For those of you that don't know, I know Simon and Simon. Simon E. and Simon Morris in real life. In fact, we have battled together alongside the enemies of the Emperor many times. For those of you that were able to catch me on the live stream at Adepticon at the team event, Simon was the fantastic Grey Knights player that I played with, whose luck is legendarily bad unless he plays Grey Knights, and then it's legendarily good unless he's using Terminators, and then it's legendarily bad again. But Simon Evans, Hearts of Iron 4, I will definitely do it. I will tell you now, anyone who has seen me play Hearts of Iron 4 before, that's good, Hearts of Iron 4 before, anyone who's ever seen me play Hearts of Iron before, when I did a few live streams a couple of years ago, will tell you I am awful at that game. I have been playing it for years, and I have never, ever bothered to learn how to play it properly. I've never even bothered to understand the mechanics of it. I just like playing essentially a World War II simulator. That's what I like doing. But so if I play Hearts of Iron 4, I'm more than happy to set up a stream and all that good shit. But I'm telling you now, I'm not playing as a major faction. I will play as a minor. I don't care if the content is bad. If I play as a major, the game is going to fall apart very quickly, because either the allies are going to get screwed over, I've got to be careful with the language I use, or the Axis are going to get screwed over. And I suppose it doesn't matter if the Axis get screwed over, but ugh. I like playing as like a middling faction. Yeah, I like playing as like a middling faction, like Romania. You know, they're not tiny. They're like a halfway between a minor and a major. Yeah. Killer Kriegsman, Hearts of Iron is micromanager heaven. It is. It certainly is. August Varney, my good friend August Varney. a long time supporter of the channel. It's good to see you. Good to see you again, man. I feel like I haven't seen you around for a while. This is the great thing about doing live streaming. You get to meet people you've not met before. That's the great thing about doing Warhammer in general. You get to meet people you've not met before. TV turmoil. I wonder when you will get 1,000 guardsmen. Well, am I allowed to include unpainted models? Because if I am, I probably have 1,000. And if I'm allowed to include my Genestealer Cult pure Neophyte army, which I built as essentially as a traitor guard force, I definitely have 1,000 infantry models. Let me tell you. And then if I include the Black Templars, we're starting to get on well over 1,000 there. So I painted now. I have 600 guardsmen painted, and I probably have 100 plus scions painted, so that's like 700. And then I've easily got 300 models. I've got 50 Steel Legion brand new in box. I bought them when they went out of production. I was like, I don't want to. I might want some more in the future. I've not touched them. It's serious FOMO. Killer Queensman and the Pharaoh playthrough. Yes, absolutely. Pharaoh playthrough was pretty fun. I know what I'm doing with Pharaoh a bit better. Yeah, the unpainted pile of shame. Like, there's some serious unpainted pile of shame. I've got a whole orc army when I just got into orcs at the end of 8th. I've actually started trimming, heresy as it might be, I've actually started trimming down my 40k collection. With 9th edition, essentially. Because, I don't know, in 8th edition every faction was viable. Even Genestealer Cult, when they didn't have a codex, was actually pretty viable. In many ways the codex nerfed them, which sounds kind of crazy, but those of you that play Cult will know the codex wasn't very deep at all. But yeah, like, I've trimmed down. So this was a couple of years ago. I was working on a Sisters of Battle army for the channel, and I've played like two games with it, and I didn't like it. And I only really got it because 8th edition made every faction really good. So I got rid of that, and I'm seriously tempted to trim down the orcs because I have enough guard to be getting on with. No one cared, and if I did orc content, no one would give a flying, monkeys anyway. So there you go. Simon Morris, are any of those traitors going to be blood packed? The new codex in Tanith and Traitor Guard to have Sons of Second blood pack, so we can have a theme. Yes. Well, I've got my. I'm trying to play this. There we go. Yeah. So my Genestealer Cult are kind of generic. They're Brotherhood of Nod themed. Oh, I need to open the bloody thing, don't I? So yeah, there we go. So basically, guys, we're late. Just to explain what's going on in the game, we are late for work, and before we can go into work, we have to put our essentially biohazard suit on, but it's like power armor. I'm sure you can. There you go. Yeah. So you get like little batteries and stuff for it. Now, if the game music's too loud or anything, guys, you need to please let me know. There we go. No, man, shit, that's bad. Sorry, I'm just reading what August Varney's saying. 3 years preparation to a 3D printing business, and then just ended up getting unwell and just lost it. Like, that's a bit. That's rough, man. There's a lot of stories at the moment, isn't there, with the last few years, pandemic and everything. There's a lot of ads. A lot of people have been negatively affected by it. I'm sure there'll be multiple people in this chat who've been seriously affected by it. But, onwards and upwards, as best as we can do, obviously. You've got to be sympathetic and everything. But yeah, so so we've got our suit, and now we're going towards the experiment. Now, the experiment that we're doing, it's probably not, the game will tell us a bit more, but essentially the experiment is, we can sprint now. We've got our power armor. So we didn't know how to run before, but now we've got power armor. We know how to run. So you guys, it's really, I am kind of rushing through this because I play the game so much, but it really is such a beautiful game for you know, just observing the world around us. Like these little things like tell you where to go. That's really cool. There's all, you know, if you take the time and listen to all the different dudes like talking, you'll hear like, oh, this experiment's gonna go shit. Like, why are we doing it? Oh, the higher ups are pushing down. We've got to do it. And so it's really interesting. Now, I'm not going to bore you guys with that because you could literally take you like, you could sit there for hours listening to everyone, and I'm not sure that makes the best content. As guardsmen, we're all kind of here for the, you know, shooty shoot. So basically these guys are being like, oh yeah, we're pushing the equipment, all this kind of stuff. But you know, hint hint, don't overtax your equipment and all that kind of stuff. So it's a really good game, and the intro is kind of slow. Like if you think of, I mean, it's just as old these days. But if you think of intro to more modern games now, like pretty much any of the Halo games, which aren't that modern, but pretty much, I haven't played Infinite though, but pretty much any modern shooter these days will basically just throw you into the action straight away. And what was different about Half-Life at the time is that they took the time to sort of make you go through this tram section. I mean, we've been playing like 20 minutes? We've not even picked up a gun yet. Like, we're just experiencing the world around us, and there's no need for us to rush. Like, we are rushing because we, like I said, don't want to be doing boring content. But you know, like you could really take the time to just, oh wow, jump behind here. What's this guy? Oh yeah, that's cool. What's he want? Oh, there's some security. What's that area down there? And all the, what's the book? Oh, I fucked his computer up. What's the book? And all this kind of stuff. Big yellow book of useful scientific words and phrases. So like the guard is, you know, reading how to get like bigger words and everything because he doesn't want to appear stupid in front of the scientists. All that kind of shit. It's cool. You know, but we're just going to get through that bit, to be honest. All you need to know is there's a big experiment going on, and it's probably going to go sideways. That's the biggie. Okay. I'll tell you what I really like about the chat as well. I like it's not just about me. Which sounds crazy because a lot of people are super like narcissistic these days, but like it's just seeing people. Like I'm just enjoying watching people chat. I'm not gonna, I mean obviously I've put a spotlight on it now, but I'm not gonna butt in and make it about me. Like people just chatting away. It's nice. It's community. That's what we've built. That's what the Mordian Glory thing's about. It's not about me at all. It's about the community. And that's why we need a Discord. That's why we need a Discord. Because then the community will go to the next step. And people have been asking for it for literally years. And I've just never had the time. But I have the time now. I have the time now. What the fuck is this thing? Can we drive it? I don't think you can. No, we can't. Thank you very much, game, for telling me how to play you. Yeah. So yeah. Simon Evans. Nemesis is available as a computer game now. How interesting. You know what we should do? I mean, I don't want to be one of those people that makes the everything content. Yeah, that'd be cool though, but I don't want to make everything content. But is that turning on? Yeah, it is. But what would be cool is to like let's record a Nemesis game. I can set a camera up. I've got a tripod around here somewhere. Set a camera up, like covering us playing the game, and I've got the table, I've got the battle bunk. We get everyone round. We get Mark. We get Simon. We get Dan. You get like me. We get everyone round, and we just have a Nemesis game. That'd be so cool. And that would be so now. That would be good content. I know I said I wouldn't make everything content, but that would be good content, man. That'd be so good. Oh, man. Push the big red button. Do it. Yeah, man. That's what we're doing. Where's the big do not press this button in this game? No, man. We're pressing the button, Simon. We are pressing the button. All right, Foxtail, you've got to do your stream with that grunt voice. I don't know if I can do it anymore. Like, I had to, like, you have no idea, like, how many times I had to, like, gravel my voice up to try and do that. Epic model time. That epic model time video, right, was like, hopefully it's not too loud, but the epic model time video was like 9 minutes of content. It took me 6 hours to make it, but at least And the editing. So many short videos, so many takes, so many times when I started talking and then just started pissing myself like, oh my god, this is so cringe, you know. It took forever, but honestly, it was so much fun. I want to do more. Problem is, I've kind of peaked too early. I should have started with like Black Templars and then started up. But I think I'm not going to just do my armies. What would be great for like Epic Model Time is to get other people's armies on, like other creators. What I really want, if the Mordian Glory like fans can take off, I tell you what, I'll shut up for a second and we'll watch the important bit of the game. There we go. Put the sample in the machine. Oh, maybe we shouldn't have put the sample in the machine. Oh, who could have predicted it? Who could have predicted it was all going to go wrong? Can you imagine if it just went fine? Yeah, it's a quick game. There you go. Yeah, machines started blowing up. It's not shutting down. It's not shutting down. So, yeah. It was Foxtail. The accent was pretty good. Yeah, I don't think I could do it anymore. You've got like, I'm smiling too much. You can't smile when you're doing that. It's got to be like, I can't do it. I'm pissing myself. Oh, there you go. That's the Mordian face. Yeah. Oh. All seems to be going a bit squiffy, to say the least. August Varney, Morning Glory. I built servers for folks before and do very crisp work, if I do say so myself. No. Gotta blow that trumpet, man. You know, gotta sell yourself. I can always build it for you and then hand the proverbial keys over so you can start it off. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I don't know much about servers and whatnot. I'm very good with personal computers. The other stuff, I don't know about it. So it would be we should have a conversation. Killer agrees when we'd have a conversation. You know, I'm going to make a note. I'm old school. I got pen and paper. Wait, I got this. I nicked the stationery from work. I don't care. That's why I'm getting branded. It's not Morning Glory branded. You know, like there's pens from work, there's notebooks from work. Who cares? It's fucking. They can afford it. Talk to Killer Griezmann. Talk to August Barney. After we see if we can, because it may not be time. It may be like I don't need it now, but we can have a conversation. We can just see where we're at. That's how we do it. That's how we build communities. That's how we grow channels. That's how we, improve things. Anyway, as you can see, it's all gone a bit shit. Robert has Downs Jr. Have they tried turning the machine off then on? I think they tried to turn it off, but it wouldn't go off. So how can you turn it on again? It just stayed on. You have to be very definitely have to be very careful if you moderate it. Yes, yeah. So I am going, before I set up any Discord server, like I did with this, where I learned about overlays and the interactions and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to make sure how to set it up properly. It will be done properly. There's no half measures. There's no amateur hour here. It's properly or not now. So here's an interesting little thing. This dude's doing chest compressions. Anyone here watch Dr. Mike? Chest compressions, chest compressions, chest compressions. If you haven't watched Dr. Mike, he's a massive YouTuber. My missus watches him. My career just happens to be a very handsome YouTuber. I wonder why she likes to watch him. Anyway, he always goes on about chest compressions. But what I would say is, in the original, the old school Half-Life, this guy doesn't have chest compressions. This security guard gets up. Now I have watched, and it happens after like 5 minutes or so, or like 2 or 3 minutes or so. I have watched this guy doing this in the new version, Black Mesa, and he never gets back up. So it's a bit of a shame, that happens. Like I would have liked them to continue that, but it's only a minor thing. That's a bit squiffy. Why did I cause the resonance cascade? I didn't do it on purpose, man. I just, don't ask me, lady. I only work here. That's all I'm gonna say. So, Foxtel, is it on Twitch too? For now, it is on YouTube only. And the reason it is on YouTube only is because I know YouTube. And I am refusing to do this amateur hour. Well, even if it's to my detriment, even if I'm missing out on stuff, if I do something, I do it properly. I don't like doing half measures. You know when people ask you that question in interviews, what's your biggest weakness? And you're there like, I don't know, I don't have one. And they go, right, yeah, he's not getting the job. The thing with what I would say is my biggest weakness is like, I don't like doing something unless I'm going to do it properly. And sometimes, you know, you just have to just do it. No, not messing around. So that's kind of where, that's why it's always kind of a, you know, I've always tried to make sure that if I'm doing the Mordian Glory content these days, obviously when I started out I was just playing around with it, but these days like, right, I'm going to do it daily, and I'm only going to do it daily if I can commit to doing it daily, and that's what I'm going to do. So likewise with Twitch, I want to do Twitch, I'm very interested in Twitch, I don't want to split the community, and I want to make sure I'm doing it properly. August Varney, did I see the second half of your comment? It was deleted. It got redacted by YouTube. I don't know why. I thought you had redacted it. Maybe there was something in there that it didn't like. What I would just say is, like, message me on, like, YouTube or Patreon or whatever, or email me, mordianglorytv@gmail.com. And if it's sensitive, then I can reply to it there. Yeah, that might work. Oh, I hit enter. I reposted. I didn't see it. Okay, I missed it. I'm sorry. I was too busy talking and enjoying the sound of my own voice, so I apologize that I missed it. What I would just say is, somewhat you did mention about being careful who to moderate it. Power absolutely corrupts. The community can live or die based on who and how it's wielded. Yeah, absolutely. I would not want it to become a shit show. Oh, it's just goodies news. Okay. Well, look. Post it again. I'll make sure I read it. Okay? Like, I'll make sure that I read it. This guy's opened this up. Okay, let's go in here. Yeah, email it. Yeah, email it, and then I can pick it up. Twitch Mordian Glory VTuber when? So, I would like to get people's opinions on VTubers because I don't have a preference one way or another. I think it's a really... Oh, shit me. Oh, fuck it. It's killing me anyway. I think it's a really interesting concept, VTubers. This guy looks like he's having a bad time. He looks like a zombie. So, yeah, the aliens are now teleporting in, guys. So, the Adeptus Mechanicus experimentation with Necron phase teleportation has gone a bit wrong. And now, weird Xenos bioforms are teleporting in. That's what's happening. But I would like to get people's opinions on VTubers, okay, in all honesty, because I don't know if, like, I get it. I think it's a really, I tell you what, I think it's a really clever idea for those people that don't like to show their faces. But I also think that is the point of Twitch, isn't it? So, I don't know. I don't, like many things, you know, I'm going to Joe Rogan this one. I'm not going to have an opinion myself. I'm just going to ask, like, you know, what do people think? Yeah, but have you tried DMT? That's what Joe Rogan is, isn't it? I have to admit, I used to watch a little bit of Joe Rogan. I haven't watched him in a while. I mean, I only watch him as much as, you know, everyone watches him. Like when he gets some mad bastard on talking about like Atlantis. That's the ones I used to watch. I don't know if Atlantis is real or not. I don't know. Ah. Well, take a wild guess. It's because the little bug things that have been teleporting in, if they jump on you, you become a zombie, basically. I really wish that this guy would die, because then I could get his gun. But I've played this through a few times, and he doesn't seem to want to die. I think he's pretty hardcore. Come on, Gazman. Come on. Come on, use your auto pistol. Where's the las pistol? Goddamn PDF. Absolute nightmare. Right, come on, shoot this guy. There's one right there. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Oh shit, there's more of them. I thought there was a reason to go in here, but Apparently there isn't. I thought there was like a battery pack in here. Anyway, I'm going out. Go on, Gazman. Shoot the shit out of them. Have you tried DMT? It could be the next stream idea. I don't think that YouTube would like it if I tried DMT on stream. I suspect that would be against their terms and conditions. I don't know. I just suspect it. Use the what would this be? What would a flare be called in 40k? What would a flare be called? The stick of the relic of pyro magic, pyromancy. There you go. We have the stick of pyromancy. We have the stick of pyromancy. Pyromancy. Oh shit! I've lost the stick of pyromancy. Come on, another stick. Ah shit! Come on, Gazman. The stick of pyromancy. Ah. This PDF trick. Oh, Jesus. PDF. I've teleported. Anyway. Spoilers, DMT did not survive the regiment. Nice. The Lumi stick. Yes, that's a good... Yes, of course, it's a Lumi stick. Yes, excellent. That's a very good one. I like that one. Come on. Eat Lumi stick. Ah, shit. Take that, you shit. Take that, crime, you shit. Oh, man. I know if, Twilight, I know for YouTubers personally I can picture a cute mordianglorytv VTuber. Well, I'm not against it. But I'm happy to have my face out. I am now. You know, at the beginning, I was like... It's interesting, because I was got into the like whole YouTube stuff when people didn't show their faces. And it was like, oh my god, what if someone in real life knows me? And now it's like, I don't give a shit. You can, I've done face reveals and Facebook posts. You can't, you know, like, whatever, I don't care. It's almost more convenient from a filming point of view if you've got a camera just to do it almost like POV. That's the only reason I do my battle reports that way now. But yeah. Come on, PDF trooper. Oh god, he's do the prayer of reloading. There we go. Come on, everyone. Let me use the pyromancy stick of illumination. Go on. Kill him so I can have his pistol. Yeah, kill him so I can have his pistol. No, you bastard. Zombies just can't do anything right, can they? I missed the pyromancy psychic discipline, but the pyromancy helped me make my fist unbroken. Good times. You're so right. Alright, Simon. Pyromancy, you know, all the old psychic disciplines were just busted as... Just totally busted. I don't think there's anything out here anymore. This guy just dies. Oh no, shit. Right, yeah, he dies. But it used to be in the old game, there used to be like a pistol there. Right. Okay. Am I going to get into Horus Heresy? If so, what legion or army? Ooh. I think I'd do old school Death Guard. Although painting white is a motherfucker. But old school Death Guard seem kind of cool. I like it. If you guys ever played the Horus Heresy like online card game, it's actually a lot of fun. It's very much a Hearthstone like rip-off, but so we don't get a bayonet or a shovel, but we do get a crowbar. So at least we can crowbar the crap out of people. Markwall, got any more bat reps lined up for the bunker? I've really got out of the habit of bat reps, and I have contacted Scholar Progenium, my brother, and we're going to be getting back into them again. And I just need to start doing, yeah, IRL work. You know, not just serving the Emperor work has really taken up a lot of time recently. But fortunately, that's quieted down now. So I think I'll be able to get a lot more done in the battle bunker. You just have to be consistent. Like you just have to be like, I've got a schedule every week, 2 weeks. I'm gonna do a battle report. And that's what I want to do. Yeah. Andrew Marlowe, just like to say thanks for making the video you do. I don't play 40k anymore, but it's good to see a passionate IG player keep up the good work. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Those, you know, it's just nice getting little comments like that. Makes a big difference. It just motivates you, you know. No, come on, you ugly bastard. Lumi Stick of Death. There we go. The Lumistick of Death. So this is kind of a funny little... Oh, no, I missed it. So that side, just he kills one head crab, one jumps on his... Another one jumps on his head. Jesus Christ, that's got bad. Yes! Auto pistol. Ah! I think I missed out on some spare bullets for this gun, but... I'm not going to go back. That'd be so... Like, this is the thing and I am no expert. I mean, I'm doing my first live stream, giving people advice. I am no expert in video games or streaming, but one thing that makes me want to watch a stream is someone like a good personality, obviously. But if someone, what makes me turn off is someone's like, oh, I just need to go and get the extra ammo, and it's like, no man, just keep it flowing. I mean, obviously I'm screwing myself over now because I'm not playing right now, but you've got to keep the flow. That's the key. That is the key. You've got to keep the flow. Killer Kriegsman. Thing is, I've built nearly 40 points in Krieger and 90 points in Titans since we last spoke. Jeez. Well, 90 points in Titans. What's that like? 2 Titans? Oh, you know, I'm kidding, man. 19k in Titans is... If that's Knights, that's very impressive. If that's Forge World Titans, that's even more impressive. Either way, it's impressive. I don't know what difficulty I'm playing at this. I thought I was playing on hard, but now I suspect I'm not. Ah, the Blessed Litination. I should. I think it's a bit too roleplay. But I should have had like the Imperial Infantryman's primer, and like when I reloaded, been like, ah, blessed be the reload. Yeah, I've got the primer. I should go and get it at some point. There's some content for you. Daily Mordian Glory prayer time. I'll make sure there's a stream up for everyone at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I will read you a prayer from the uplifting primer. There you go. That'd be kind of funny. All right, let's jump in here. The lift's gonna go. Didn't say don't fall, so then it's gonna fall. This is what happens, kids. If you don't take care of your machines, they tell you off. Like this lift, I didn't venerate the machine spirit of the lift, so it's decided to not like me anymore. Alright, here we go, let's shoot the crap. So, the good thing about this gun is it's kind of got 2 fire modes. You've got like slow fire, which is boring, or you've got rapid fire, where you burn all your ammo really quickly and it's massively inefficient and accurate, but it is a lot of fun. Oh, ugh, grim. That's why you've got to make sure you know, did he have a license for that ladder? Fucking hell, did he have a license to get dismembered? I don't think he did. You know, Jesus. Killer Creeper, it's Forge World Titans. I own 6. Oh my god. That is a lot. You know what, Killer Creeper? I want to see a picture. I'm not saying picture didn't happen. I 100% believe you. I just want to see it. I want to see 6 fucking Titans, man. That's insane. That's amazing. Dropped you a Twilight. Dropped you a tip, Mordian. Has that been rigged up? Yeah, it should have been. Ah, I don't know about tips. Thank you for the tip. Massive thank you for the tip. I will need to check. I've got super chats, and tips should have been set up. I'll have a look. August Varney, thank you for becoming a channel member. Thank you for doing your part. Thank you for doing your part. So, what I will do, Twilight, is I'll make a note. And if you missed out on a shout out and whatnot from the tip, because I haven't set it up right, and that's my mistake, I'll make sure I do it at the beginning of the next video. So there you go. No one's going to miss out. Not in the early days. If I become a multi-million-pound streamer, which will never... I don't want to... It might happen, you never know. But if I become a famous streamer, firstly, I'm obviously going to become a massive arsehole, because that's like the natural step for becoming me. Some of you that know me in your life, I'm like, what do you mean become one? You already are a massive arsehole. But I'm going to... You know, assuming that I would remain a normal person, I'm going to make sure that you don't miss out on if you've done a tip, because like, you've paid money for it, right? One of the worst things I see streamers do is like, oh no, give that back. I don't want that alert. I'm distracted in game, or it's like the people up on Twitch with like dicks for do it. Anyway, I'm going to make a note now. Twilight tip. Did it go off? There we go. And if it did go off and I missed it, then I'm a dickhead, and I apologise, and I'll make sure you get a proper Proper shout out. It's a half test stream. It's a half test stream. Okay, awesome. Okay. Oh, fucking hell. I just got eaten by the most pathetic enemy in the game. Ah, that. Fuck off. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm normally much better at this. So there's this creepy fuck as well who you'll see every so often. So I definitely don't have enough bullets. Half test, half life. Well, the test was... It was a half test, wasn't it? Because it all went wrong. So, it's bayonets time, lad! Bayonets! Bayonets! Give him the fucking beans, lad! Right, so, let's try and remember how the friggity-doo-dah day we get around this situation. There is an enemy coming towards me, but I want to, you know... Oh, fuck you, have it right back, mate. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Ah, shit, he hit me. There you go. One thing I've learned about Half-Life, anyone who's ever playing this in their... how bad was that? Everyone's, yeah, top quality stream content there. If anyone's playing Half-Life, or not the original, Black Mesa, if you're playing it yourself, what I would say is don't worry too much about being a perfectionist. They give out health and ammo like there is no tomorrow, even on hard difficulty. So just it's not a particularly difficult game, which is why it's quite a good one to stream initially. I would normally make the effort to kill this motherfucker, but I don't have enough bullets. I literally have like 4 shots, so there we go. Right, let's turn this one off. There, that door opens. You come around here. I think you can hop in here, but there's nothing there. Oh yeah, there's a med kit. Nice. But you hop in here. This guy's like, oh shit! If only I had said the litany of don't let things go, go wrong. Oh, PJ McMurray, massive thank you for becoming a channel member. Thank you for doing your part. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part too. You're doing your part, man. See, I'm so glad that I did that community like feedback on the channel membership, because it would have just no one would have joined, and it would have made me look like a total like sellout. And that's why I was like, you know what, just talk to people. They'll just ask the community what they want. Mordian, you ever played Red Faction? That would be right for fun to see you blast through. I have played very briefly, like Red Faction 2 on like PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1, one of the PlayStations, and I played the shit out of Red Faction Guerrilla, which was really, really, really good. Really, really, really good. So, that's, I'd happily play Red Faction Guerrilla if that's the one you're talking about. Okay, so we have some more pistol ammo, which is very good. And we now have the Holy Hand Grenade! The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch! So what I want to do for any first-person shooters, so this is a... looking forward to the... PJ McMurray, looking forward to the Discord. I want more people to share with my share my Guardsman with. It's coming. Guarantee you, it's coming. Ideally, I want to get it done in the next couple of weeks. It's not you can hold me to that. I might not achieve that deadline, but that's my aim. Next couple of weeks. But like I said, I've got to be careful, like moderating and all that kind of stuff. I haven't actually done my homework on that yet. So a couple of weeks might be totally unfeasible. Might be like a month or something. But PJ McMurray, you've just taken those out of my mouth. I want to have a sound alert, and it can be like maybe like a freebie, maybe like $1, or like if it's on Twitch like 5 bits. But if someone does the sound alert, use the frag from Dawn of War, then no matter if it's a game that I can do it in, I'll be like, right, use the frag. Even if it's like even if it's like super close quarters, it's going to kill me. Use the frag, just like blow myself up. That's the way I want to do it. That's the way I want to do it. August Varney, OG Red Faction 1. Okay, so I've not played OG Red Faction 1, and I would be, let me tell you now, I'd be totally up for doing it. But a lot of those old games, my one concern is they're quite tricksy. And I would be concerned that there'd be a lot of me fanning around getting lost. And that's not good content. So I'm happy to do it, but I would... Whoa, shit me. I'm happy to do it, but I'd probably consider like watching a walkthrough and all that kind of stuff. Brandon Myers, take care, buddy. I gotta go. No worries, man. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Like, it's been great just being able to like chat to you and see you like chatting to other people as well, man. It's really, really cool. Aha. Xenos have dropped in here. Right. Come on then. Yeah, that's right. They're not so hard. What's he say in Starship Troopers? Ain't much to look at when you scrape them off the boot. That kind of stuff. August Vandy, please have the pirate pick up sounds from 40k Kill Team back in the sound library. I will look at that. It's the Kill Team video game there. Okay. Okay, Kill Team video game. Because I got all of the sound files for Dawn of War. Dawn of War Imperial Guard, to be clear. So I can do it. So I've only set like 8 or 10 of them up now, but I have access to obviously loads of them. So I think if someone someone does a tip, it should show up. I'm sure it should show up. If someone does a tip, it should show up. But because I'm sure I set it up for if someone does a tip, it goes, if they do like $2, it goes backbone of the guard, ready to serve. So yeah, they're so good. The right level of awesome, right level of cheesy. Okay, I'm making a note of that. Kill, because I'll do that for like channel commands. So like some of them will be like free commands, and some of them will be like paid commands, and so people can choose which ones they want to do. Right? That's standard streaming shit. So kill team sounds for channel commands. There you go. So you guys can see, like, I'm not just just saying, oh yeah, I'll do it and then not do it. Like I'm making a fucking note, and if it's possible, if it's feasible, I'll do it. And like, that's the whole point of you had to interact with people. That's the whole point of streaming, isn't it? Gordon, is that you? And then that guy goes, oh dear, I think I've soiled myself. I think he says that anyway. Yeah, there you go. I do believe I've soiled myself. Oh man. Come here, you. Okay, that's annoying. I was hoping to frag grenade him. Oh well. Now you can get past these barnacles by just going around the side of them. What is kind of amusing though is you can you just go there. You can get the zombies to be eaten by the fucking hell. If you don't get eaten by them yourself, you can get the zombies eaten by the barnacles. Come on, mate. Come on. There you go. And then he gets eaten by it. Yeah, and he just gets his head bitten off, which is kind of cool. Come on. Get in. So the reason why this is kind of cool is that it kind of shows like the aliens aren't this united force. At the moment, the aliens just appear to be essentially like wildlife. Like, this is obviously a human that's been zombified, but this guy is, some kind of alien life form that's just like eating people. There you go. So it's kind of cool, like having that distinction. Right, now the reason I'm killing some of these barnacles and moving past some of them is... There's no zombie behind me, is there? No. It's because I will need to be swimming around, and it's very hard to know what the hell you're doing to see the barnacles if you're swimming. So just murder these ones. He gets to counter murder me slightly, and then shit. There it is. Plop that in there. Turn it on. And then the whole thing's going to go... Oh, shit. There's water rising. What do I do? Ah, the Omnisire. Omnisire, save me. And then it's like, no, I know where I'm going. Because I've played the game before. There you go. And then I go here. And this zombie's like, ah, you didn't frag grenade me before, did you? And I'm like, nah, man, you're right, I didn't. So I'm going to beat the shit out of you with the crowbar instead. Okay, I should probably save it at this point. Hopefully this is not a stream command. Ooh. Hopefully it's okay. Isn't the aliens the way the Combine weaken the planet before they come in? Ah, so there's a lot of Half-Life lore. Spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't played this game before. Put a bucket on your ears and bang your head until I do this. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to spoil it. These aliens are fleeing the Combine, and it just so happens that they weaken Earth, and then the big resonance cascade and you killing the final boss at the end attracts them to Earth. So that's it. But like, go and read the Half-Life wiki. There's so much background Half-Life lore, it's insane. Right, that's the spoiler alert. So there you go. Anyone who didn't want to hear the spoilers, they should hopefully have missed them. And if they saw them anyway, then tough shit. This game's been out ages. That's right. I'll just insult my watchers. That's how you do it. Oh, shit. Give them the fucking beans. I'm pretty sure you can get in there. I'm pretty sure I have to get in there, you know. Aha, there you go. It's all different. There's always a bigger fish, I guess. Yeah, exactly. So, we're plopping it. I tell you what, it is quite, in a good way, it's quite visceral, this game. Like, there's a story here, isn't there? There were 2 guards in this room, and the head crabs jumped in, and one of them got like splattered straight away, and for some reason these doors were locked. Maybe it was some kind of lockdown. So the other security guard tried to escape through here, and then a head crab must have like badly killed the head crab, but the head crab badly injured him, and then he managed to crawl this far before essentially like bleeding out. And like, that is passive storytelling, and that is what made Half-Life so famous. So a little bit of, you know, like boring like trivia for you there, but that's what made Half-Life famous. Like, there was a story, because a lot of shooters, you know, back in the 90s didn't have stories. It was just, you're there to kill things. Think of like Doom, think of Duke Nukem. I know Duke Nukem is like a literary masterpiece, but it was a different kind of story. I can't say that was serious, like debates. But, you know, that was what Half-Life pioneered. Show not tell, that kind of stuff. So this lift scene is a bit infamous. Now, in the old game, you could sit here, right? And they would just jump over you, but they don't. It doesn't work like that anymore. It's kind of a way of getting past it. Best thing to do is not to try and shoot them. Just get out your, you know, get out your, shit, get out your crowbar and just give them the beans. Ugh. Here we go. Come in then. Come on then. Come on then. Look how many bodies there are, man. It's like these head crabs joined my army. Right, so we're just going to plop down here. Cool. I can tell you play this game a ton. When I was a kid and only had a few games on Xbox, I would love finding secrets like that. Yeah, man, I've played Half-Life. I mean, I don't know all the secrets at all. I would class myself as like an experienced Half-Life player, but not an expert Half-Life player. And I've only played Black Mesa through. I played, when it was in early access, I played it through. But I've only played through the actual Black Mesa, the final version, through once. And I played it through once, you know, half, because I was toying around with the idea of doing the stream minutes in preparation. I thought it'd be a good first game, because it's, you know, you've got plenty of quiet bits to talk in, but you've got plenty of combat bits to do as well. But also because I was really interested to see what they'd done with the game. Environmental storytelling isn't done as much anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, exactly, definitely. It's just not... It's... I don't know what's got into like game writers recently, but it's like they have to like shove everything in your face. I'd be like, look, don't miss this, don't miss this. And it's like they're afraid of you like missing the hard work they put into it. But like, I don't know if it's because everyone that plays games now is, you know, an ADHD riddled, you know, 12-year-old. But it's it seems like back in the day, gamers would find the secrets. But I guess back in the day, there was like one big release, right? Wasn't there? There was like one big release, and that was like the big thing. And so people would play the same games over and over and over again. Whereas now, people are spoilt for choice. You know, new games are coming out every 5 minutes. You know, every day, some a game is a game of some importance is released. That's not ideal. So the bridge is all buggered. Now I'm going to save it here, not because I'm a save scumming bastard, but because I'm really bad at the jumping parts of this game, and I will inevitably fall off and die. Which is, I mean, it's funny, but you'd have to see me redo a whole level again, maybe even from like the beginning, or since the last save, so there you go. I would love to see a video of Gordon Freeman using his math in his head to all the weapons, so he does trigonometry and throwing a grenade and calculate the angle of a bullet to hit a guy in the run. That would make the Souls series good. Uses the environment to tell the story. Yeah, man. Yeah, totally. It would be. There is for those of you that may not be aware of it, I'm sure there's a YouTube series called like Freeman's Mind or something like that, and the guy does. Like what Freeman's thinking as he's playing through the game. It's really, really cool. It's really, really cool. Hopefully I've just like twatted my headset there, so hopefully it hasn't broken. Hopefully you guys can all still hear me. I mean, OBS is telling me that my mic's still on, which is good. Okay, so here's a feature that you're never going to use ever again. Zoom on the suit. They only include that because it was in Half-Life 2. Now, we're just going to shoot this barrel and explode that guy. There we go. And then we're just going to be like, hi-ho, Silver, away! And just like get hit a little bit. You could probably land in the water, but like I said, this game is actually, it's relatively forgiving. You'll always notice it's like health, even if you're getting down to like a bad bit. Definitely always mean your comment is coming through in 2 sections, I believe. Definitely always reading. I think it's down to how games are handled by development studios now. It's a lot more corporate in the industry, and it's hard to justify how it's putting time into things the player might not even encounter. Yeah, well, things going more corporate, in my opinion, are bad. You know, I'm not a huge fan of the corporate. I mean, I'm not bloody, put the means of production into the hands of the people or anything like that. I'm neither way, but my experience, when things go corporate-y, it loses its soul. It loses its, I guess it just appeals to a broader audience then. No, you little bastard. Alright, here we go. So, there we go. Any opinions on the slow death of Total War series? Yeah, I think it's a shame. Well, that's a controversial opinion, isn't it? Fucking hell. I will take a second to think about it. Okay. Total War. Medieval 2 was great. The almost impossible to find Warhammer mod for Total War, Medieval Total War, was fantastic. If you could, it was literally impossible to find. You had to go to like some crazy Polish/Russian website. I know they're very different people, and I don't want to insult anyone there. I just can't remember which one it was. Crazy, let's say Eastern European website, and it was in like 5 parts, and you had to download them and extract them and it was very, and you had to like just pray it worked. That was an amazing Total War game, and Medieval 2 is an amazing Total War game as well. Medieval 2 now with like the Real Steel mod, or whatever it's called, Stainless Steel mod, is very good. For me, peak Total War, even though it was janky, even though it was so janky, peak Total War was Empire Total War. And that is for the simple reason that it was one of the most moddable, or at least the one that I did the most mods on. And it was the biggest. It was the whole world. All of the Total War games feel small. After you've played Empire, all of the Total War games felt small. I tried to get into Napoleon, and even though it was much finer detail and that kind of stuff, it just felt smaller. I don't care if you've made like the map of Europe much more intricate. It's much smaller. So, you know. So I loved Empire Total War. And I actually, I used to play Empire Total War with the Minor Factions Revenge mod. And you could play as the Persian Empire. And you could get the Immortals from like 300. And they were cool. They were very, very cool. Juan Cavez, I've probably mispronounced that. It is my face. Good morning. Well, I should say it's good morning for you from Los Angeles. It is good afternoon here in the north of England. There we go. But yeah, no, it is my face. Yes, get used to seeing this. I'm not even going to describe it. This mistake of evolution. There you go. You know, what did he say in what did he say in Full Metal Jacket? Looks like me, the best part of you, man down your mama's ass and end up as a stain on the mattress. that's often how I like to describe myself. TV talk about Empire had less unit variety, which killed it for me. Yes, it did, but if you modded it, it was great. The base game was a bit though. And what do I think about Fantasy Total War? I thought Total War 1 was really, really good. And I played the shit out of Total War 1. And I'm going to start playing again in a second because I appreciate I'm just sat here talking. Total War 2, I thought was fine, but for some reason just didn't grab me. And the Total War 3 was really weird because it came out, I didn't buy it, and it came out, and the first few days, all the reviews were like, this shit's, you know, this is some dank kush. That's showing my age saying that reference, isn't it? This is some good. This is rad. There you go. And then like it's just gone in the toilet. Like, and everyone's shitting on it now. It's like, what the hell, man? Jay Hickman, hello, Mr. Mordian Glory. What's your opinion on GW only pushing the Cadian regiment and not considering other regiments on the guard front? I play Salan, but use Steel Legion and destroying figures. Okay, I'm going to walk and talk for this one. If I am, however, slow in the brain, so I can't really walk and talk very well. But I'm going to give it a go, so we're not just sitting here listening to me talking shit for a while. I am very disappointed that we are stuck with only... I'm going to save this bit because I guarantee I'm going to fall down. Very disappointed that we are stuck with Cadians only. But at the same time, I'm also... Look at that. Look at that. At the same time, you don't need to collect Cadians only, right? Because there's so many third-party bits now. I would wonder, if I was to be a conspiracy theorist, if I was to, you know, to invoke the spirit of Alex Jones and put a tinfoil hat on and start claiming things hadn't happened when they had happened, I would say that save that. That Games Workshop must have done some sort of backroom deal with like Anvil Industries and the like, and they've basically said, right, we're going to keep making Cadians because we're not going to move into your territory and all that kind of stuff, but you guys can't. I don't know. Like what deal could Games Workshop make? Why wouldn't they try and put Anvil Industries out of business? Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. So what my point here is, I would love Games Workshop to release some updated models, but at the end of the day, there are so many third-party sellers out there now that you don't need to wait for them. Yeah, you don't need to wait for them. So, it's annoying, but, you know, just kit bash. Kit bash your way to victory. I have in my, what I would call my display of addiction over here, my game cabinet, I have 300 Imperial Cadians, and every single one of them is converted to be a Mordian. So I'm kind of okay. You know, I'm kind of it's be the change you want to see. I don't know. You guys know what I mean. Like, I wish they'd update them, but I'll figure it out. I know if they're not going to do it, I'll do it, kind of thing. I just want to say thank you. Thank you to Juan and Max DDF for the rather flattering comments. I will just let you know, here's a little fact about me. I don't know how to take a compliment. So I will always be incredibly awkward. And you'll probably enjoy seeing me be incredibly awkward when you give me a nice compliment. But just know inside that I do appreciate it. Hello, if I have a ban in CS, not VAC, I should have a badge on my account about VAC, you know. I don't know. I don't know if that is a YouTube thing or a Steam thing, but I don't know, to be honest. And I wouldn't want to tell you. I wouldn't want to tell you wrong information, so I'll just say I don't know. Lewis Pratt, I agree on your points about Total War. I loved Empire. Attila was. I really want to try Attila. Attila was cool. Game design used to be an art, but now it's just about many loot boxes we can cram into it. Yeah, but you know what's interesting? Like EA have kind of redeemed themselves recently with like, well, I say recently, the last couple of years with Battlefront, because Battlefront's a really good game now. I play it on like Game Pass and stuff. I don't have Game Pass anymore, but I used to. TV Turmoil. The naval combat was fun. Yes, naval combat was very fun in the old Total War games. This is some sticky icky gush, yeah. There's a couple of people saying that they'd really like to see just like a chatting stream, which is like cool. Yeah, like I'm definitely gonna do like a sit and talk. Like just there you go. Like that's definitely gonna be a stream. Like video games kind of give a little bit of both, but you could just like stop like what I'm doing now and I can just chat, right? Navy Veteran, don't forget we have our Rambo boys in plastic and they are a joke. They are. Like I love the thing is with Catachans, if they're painted well, then they look really, really good. What the frig is going on with this game now? Come on. Come on, game. Ah, it's me. I was jumping onto the ladder. It didn't want me to. If they're painted really well, Catachans look good. The Catachans look good, but the problem, and if you do them in contrast, they look really good. But the problem is, you piece of shit. But the problem is that not everyone is a fantastic Golden Demon player. And I don't think I could paint Catachans to look particularly good. You know, and I paint like every day. And I don't think I could make Catachans look particularly good. So yeah, they can look incredible, but you know, often it's difficult to do that. You know. Mark Vezin, what about a conversion? Instead of a kit bash, you slightly modify one. Recast an official Mordian cap. I mean, that's what I... See if I can... Hopefully I don't, like, twat my headset off or anything like that. This might not work, but I'll see if I can grab one. There you go. I'll grab a couple. There we go. Now, if this doesn't work, I apologise, but we'll give it a go, okay? So, this is me sort of coming back to, like, Mark Vezin. Can that... Oh, no, that's dog shit, isn't it? That's not working. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that. I think that it's fuzzy as fuck, that. But anyway, maybe it's if I'm going too close. Maybe that's close enough. Anyway, I've converted those guys to have Mordian hats. And that's an old easy build Cadian, which you can't buy anymore. And that's a regular plastic Cadian. And I just snipped the head off and smoothed it and then stuck an Anvil Industry head on. There you go. I'm just going to put those guys back there for the moment. Swifto Scythe, Mordian Live. Awesome. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to Mordian Live. We're probably going to be... When did we start? Like 3? So I'll probably play for like another half hour or so. We'll see how it goes. Couple of hours of streaming and just chatting shit and all that kind of stuff. Turn-based... Death Noise Green. Turbo strategy games would be a good compromise for gaming and chatting if you're into those. Yes, absolutely. I love a good turn-based strategy game. Big fan. Big fan. I like the classic ones like Might and Magic 3. I like the more like modern ones. Like I've never actually played XCOM, but I always like it. So for those of you that were in the test stream, this is the level I did for the test stream yesterday. Mark Vezin, tips for the Catachans. Paint and full camo like old Orc Hunters. Yeah. That would definitely work. If you can't do skin, it takes no time. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good suggestion. Twilight. A building and painting stream. That is 100% happening. Might even be the next stream. I spend so much time building and painting. I haven't done so in the last month because I've been kind of like just doing this research, but I spend so much time building and painting. Why not just turn it into content? Why wouldn't I do that? Pablo Alonso Lasagna Master. Spaceful game is awesome. Okay, yeah, definitely, I'll check that out. Is that the turn-based one? Yes, it is. I'm sure it is. The Hidden Heretic. Oh, not so hidden now though, are you? You're in the chat. Man, we need our computers back, but you should check out Wargames Atlantic's new space Brits, including Monster Heads. Yes, I love Wargames Atlantic. I've got a video coming up on them. Not sponsored. I just like their stuff. I should probably not just give away my like essentially sponsored videos for free, but I like their stuff. August Varney. Mordian, I got a guard joke for you. I almost hope this is inappropriate. If a battle-worn regiment rolled up to Forge would all their knives shatter from close combat, what would their request for the Forge be? Fix bayonets. That is awful. That is a Warhammer dad joke, that is. But I love it, and I will definitely be stealing it. So, there you go. That's awesome. Bot action, build and paint. Lewis Bratt. Absolutely. I tell you what, do I have it? Let's watch that guy get eaten. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I did do a sneak preview on Instagram on this, but I figured I will do it here as well because this might get some of the bot action crowd excited. New bot action army for the channel. Whee! So I've now got Japs, Germans, Americans, and Brits. I had to get British, didn't I? I mean, I'm pretty sure I would be breaking one of those like 300-year-old like laws that people have. That we have in the UK, like technically everyone's still got to do like an hour's longbow practice a week and all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure I'd be breaking one of those laws if I didn't have Brits. Like, thou shalt always have a standing army of British in bold action if you are a citizen of the crown and stuff like that. I thought that was all right. Here we go. Do that parkour. There we go. That's my one pro gamer moment. It's not even that impressive. Die, die. Die, 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 die. Oh yeah, here we go. Shoot it. Oh yeah, you thought I didn't know you were there, did you? Well, I've played this game too much for my own good. This is really cool. So, I'm not going to listen to this one now, but what I highly recommend everyone does is, if you're interested in like a little bit of the background, like really cool background stuff for this game, go on YouTube and search for Black Mesa radio broadcasts, and you'll get all of the cool background radio broadcasts that get picked up. So there's like 3 of these emergency broadcasts, and as the game goes on, you hear the emergency broadcast, and the emergency widens and widens and widens. And then there's loads of other ones for when like you come across like military radio signals and stuff, and you hear like soldiers having like a bad time because they're trying to fight the aliens as well. So it's really, really cool. Yeah, you guys didn't thought that you could get it over me, didn't you? Come on, there we go. Just having a look at looking at some of the chat. We don't steal jokes to the guard. We requisition them to serve another battlefront. Yeah, true, very true. Mordian looks like Ben from Yogcast. Yogcast, man, that's back in the day. That is. That's well, maybe it is. I used to watch Yogcast back in the day. Missed the easy build kits. Lucky for me, I pick up 300 to build my conscript army. Copying a conscript build about a year back in the Lasgun we trust. In the Lasgun we trust. Now that needs to become a channel prayer, channel saying, doesn't it? Okay, so we've been running around with like pistols and shit, but now we get a proper gun. Now we get the holy shotgun. We're now veteran armed with a shotgun, and then I obviously miss with it, but it's really good, the shotgun. This guy's ready to last the apocalypse. He's got some energy drinks, some quavers, and some crisps. But he's just having a great time. Everyone else is going to be screwed in the future, and when the Combine turn up. But this guy's just going to be still here, living underneath, living his best life. We're actually going to. He's not though, because we're going to grab him. He's going to come with us. If you press E on these guys, they follow you. You stay there 1 second. There we go. Pow. I don't need that. There we go. What's there a chance of a PO box for postage? Perhaps some models will be sent your way. There is a PO box for postage. If you go on the description of any Mordian Glory video, you will see a mailing address, and in that mailing address, you can send that anything to that mailing address. Obviously, don't. Well, it's not my home address. So if you want to, like, I'm not going to say that. I don't want to give anyone any ideas. But, you know, ideally you'll send me nice things, right? Oh, man. Bot Action Narrative Campaign. Pablo Alonso. Absolutely. Bot Action Narrative Campaign. I've got a couple of people that would be interested in doing that. Necromunda gangs, they do make fantastic alternative. So a bunch of zombies come out here and we just go like this. We're like, pow, you're dead. Pow, you're dead. Pow, you're dead. Pow, you're dead. Now this guy can just, you know, this is the beauty of the shotgun. Lewis Bratt. Don't say, I mean, no, you know what, I'm not saying, I don't want to discourage anyone, but please don't send me something please don't send me something inappropriate. I can't stop you, right? You are your own person, and if you want to send something dodgy, you go, girl. But I don't want it. I like Jon Snow. I don't want it. I don't want it. Oh man. Oh, a pyro stick, a lumi stick. Here we go. The stick of pyromancy. You stay there. Armies of nice things. Yes, August Varney, I still am very, very grateful to you for those Creed guys you sent. And if you notice, whenever I use like my conscripts or whenever I go to tournaments, they are actually my tournament army at the moment. Like, so you know, they're really like, I really like those like Creed guys that you sent me, and I use them all the time. They have had a huge amount of use. So massive thank you for sending me those back in the day, man. Like, super generous gift, super generous. Like, anyone that doesn't know, August Varney, I'm gonna make him blush now, hopefully. But he deserves it. He's an extremely long time and generous supporter of the channel. One of the first big Patreon supporters. One of the first big people to send me some significant like model support. And just generally an absolute just massive supporter and legend on the channel. So absolutely fantastic. Just thank you. Serious face for a moment. Thank you. It is truly appreciated. I like to make the effort. No, I like to make the effort to say thank you to someone. Simon Morris, see you later, man. Gotta bounce. Getting busy at work. Totally understandable. Have a good day, mate. Hopefully I'll see you IRL. You know, awesome. Alright, Twilight, see you later, man. Gotta go as well. Good to see you, Mordian. Have a good one. You too, man. Kyle Mayer, Enforcers make great Space Scouts. I've done some Cacao once. Yes. I imagine they would make really good. They would make really good scouts, wouldn't they? It's crazy. I always wanted the Enforcers, you know. I always wanted them, and then I just never found a project for them. I tell you what, it's one of those funny ones, right? I don't even need the battery. There might be ammo down here, though. There is ammo. Huzzah! I don't know what you guys feel, but in 8th, I just bought all sorts. I went from basically having just guard in 8th, like literally, my only army, if you go and watch my videos, in 7th and 8th were like just guard. And then at the beginning of 8th, well, as 8th went along, I got so many armies. I got Gene Silical, I got Black Templars, I even got some Orcs, I had some Sisters, but I sold them. And, you know, I got into all sorts of armies. And then 9th came along, and it was like, well, it's so much more competitive that I can't just get anything I want because it might not be viable. And at the end of the day, I am not, you know, I'm not made of money. I mean, I wish I was. Don't we all, right? But I can't afford to sink several £100s into a project that just looks nice on a shelf. Like, I can't, I'm not fortunate enough to be able to do that. So, and that's not me asking for a handout, by the way. There's no, I just want to afford a fucking microphone. There's nothing like that on this channel. But my point is, like, that's what's killed my expansion in 9th. And in 9th, I tried getting into my Orcs a bit, but not really. So, there you go. Lewis Rat, can you share the location of the upcoming Guard release leaks? I can't, because it was shared to me with Trust, and I have done a video on it, but I can't tell you who gave me the leak. I can just say that as far as I am aware, it's legit. But I will always caveat it by saying it was a grainy picture that was taken on a mobile. It looks like, of what looks like a white dwarf. So, or maybe like a codex or something. So We could all be sat here 6 months. We could all be sat here 12 months going, well, that was all a fucking lie. We could be. Fingers crossed we won't be. And, you know, there's other channels which have come out now and gone, like, you know, Auspex Tactics have come out and Spikevics have come out and been like, yeah, this is legit. So hopefully we've not all been made fools of. But, you know, hoaxes exist. But I personally, I think it's legit. But I have no idea when it's coming out. But they've obviously got the models, right? Because the picture's there. The models exist, so... I don't think we're going to get a codex this year. And the reason I don't think we're going to get a codex this year is because if you look at the balanced data slate, it's like, these changes are in effect until December 2022. And it's like, right, okay. So, if they're going to be in effect until 2022, then obviously we're not going to get a codex before then. I could be wrong, but I don't think we're getting a codex this year. I think we're going to be the very, 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 very last codex. And I don't know why, because we're such a massive, dedicated, like, the Imperial Guard faction, the Imperial Guard community is one of the biggest, hands down. You go on any forum, anywhere, Imperial Guard is one of the most active. Like, it's crazy. Whenever the Bolt and Chainsaw, they don't really do it anymore. I'm just going to run through this, by the way. Whenever the Bolt and Chainsword did, like, painting competitions between factions, the Guard faction always used to pledge the most and do the most painting, and like that was on a forum that literally covers every single faction, and it's one of the older, more popular forums as well. So I don't know why we're not getting it anytime soon. Oh man, August Varney. Oh man, no, I'm not the real one, man. We're all. I don't mean this in a cheesy bullshit way. Like, as a community, we're the best. I mean, you can say I'm biased, obviously, but I say hands down the Guard community is the best community. It's the most welcoming. It's the most dedicated. Like, think of any other community out there. And you know that's true. Do you want to know how I can prove that the Guard community is literally the best community? Because despite the fact how much we get shit on, our faction win rate and our faction attendance doesn't waver in tournaments. It doesn't really waver. Okay, it just pretty much stays level. Whereas if you look at AdMech have a fantastic, you know, AdMech people say are dog shit. No, they're not dog shit, right? AdMech are still absolutely fine. They're just no longer ultimate overpowered. But their win rate has gone through in the shitter, and their player attendance has gone the shitter, and that's because no one actually collects AdMech. I say no one. There's very few people that actually collect AdMech. Whereas the Guard win rate and the Guard attendance is just steady as fuck. So that's how I know the Guard win rate is the Guard faction's the best and the most dedicated, because we're just in it. It's a lifestyle. We're just in it. So everyone should give themselves a pat on the back. And I mean, like, you can tell I'm being serious. Like, it's my serious voice, but you can tell, like, you know, it's what I think. Yeah, we get shouted so much. We should have built a pink eye. Yeah, man. Yeah, I totally agree. Navy veteran. If you could have an IRL 40k firearm, what would you get? That's a really interesting one. Okay, assuming that because I live in the UK, it wouldn't just be immediately taken off me because I don't have a license for that. I'd say a las gun or las pistol, las based weapon. And the reason I would do that is because if I pick something like a plasma gun or like a melter gun or like a heavy bolter or something like that, I will inevitably like run out of ammo, right? But a las gun, it just recharges. Like you can put them in sunlight and they recharge. So I would have fun forever until it broke, but I would never run out of ammo. I just have fun forever. So I could just like, you know, leave my las gun power packs out in a sort of sunny area, and then, you know, every weekend just be like, yeah, las gun's ready, pew pew pew, just have some fun with it. That's why I would pick the las gun or las pistol or like las cannon if that has. I don't think it works for las cannon. So that's why I picked las gun, las pistol, because I could use it for as long as I wanted, and it would be really, really good. Bit of a boring one, I know, but I like to get my money's worth almost. You know, I like to get longevity out of something. But these guys both follow me. So we're getting a little army now. If you notice, we've got shit. Oh god, my own men are shooting me. But we've got a couple of people. I think I'm not going to worry about keeping these boys alive too much because it'll be a bit of a ball ache. But I think if you play it carefully enough, you could end up with like 4 or 5 security guards and scientists and stuff following you around. It's really cool. Do I have any more shotgun shells? Oh yeah, this is grim. This is. It's like, I've got you. I've got you. Ah! Yeah, it's pretty fucking grim. One of them normally said something. No. Didn't end that time. Okay. Okay, let's go kill people. Pow, 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 pow. Come on, so let's just get a bit of action going. Let's just shoot the shit out of some bad guys, right? I'm just gonna neglect the chat and just be a terrible streamer for 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. Like, oh shit. Oh, I missed it. Winged him. I winged him, sir. Oh shit. I could have probably not wasted all of that ammo. What an asshole. Ooh, what were you doing down here? Yeah, you can charge them like an electrical outlet. Now, I don't know if our electrical outlets would be... Oh, come on, you. Okay, I don't know if our electrical outputs would work. I'm no cog boy. I'm no scientist. But I mean, if I could just like plug them in, or just like I don't know how to hot wire, but you know what I mean. Like if I could do like some like wiring thing. I say I don't know how to hot wire. I once learned how to charge my phone with just. This is the beauty of being a student, right? I once learned how to charge my phone with no phone charger and just using a generic USB cable, essentially, because I snipped the end of the USB cable off, took the 2 wires out, and then like made like 2 little connections and put them on my phone battery. That was definitely unsafe, but when you're a student and your phone charger dies and you've not got any money, that's how you charge your phone. Right, here we go. Come on then. Come on. Bow, 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 bow. Right. There we go. Just absolute massacre. Shoot that thing. Come in here. This guy says some stuff to you. That's great. Now I'm going to go up here and people are going to die and I'm not going to care. There you go. Lewis Pratt, I preempted the lads going to command. It wouldn't be anything else from mods. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Oh, did no one die? That's actually pretty surprising. Normally that gun took guns everyone down, but I decided just to be ballsy with it. Come on, you. That's how we do it. Just run around. There we go. Oh, he's still going. We're going to get another guard now. You see, we're getting a proper little troop. We're getting a little troop of people. What are you doing here? There you go. He's going to sell us some stuff, and we're going to come around here. There's going to be some bad guys, and we're going to be like, pow, 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 pow. And then we're going to be like, cha, 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 cha. And then we're going to realise there was an explosive crate there, which I didn't realise was there, and I'm going to feel like an idiot for wasting all my ammo. But there we go. There we go. Anyone laughs at Lasgo's not charged across an open field against 100 of them. I believe that was a Baden of all people that said that quote, wasn't it? It was like any Legionnaire that like scoffs at the lasgun hasn't charged across open field against 100 of them, something like that. Which is pretty cool. Mordian Glory got another guard joke for you. If a regiment was fighting in a terrible environment that caused the weapons to slowly break, what would the final weapon be called? A last gun. Oh man. I'm loving the guard-based dad jokes. I'm just saying, man, like, I just keep them coming. You know what? Use the frags! That seemed pretty effective. Fucking hell. Don't worry, I'm sure he was dead before I threw the grenade. Fucking hell. Nice. Okay. You guys all... You guys will stay here. I don't think there's anything back here. No. Okay, what time are we on? I think we'll probably stop in about 15-ish minutes. It's a good point. A good, nice little 2.5, 3 hour stream. There we go. Right. Nice. Loads of shotty shells now. Look at this. We're having a great time. We're having a good time. I've not got any out. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. So, let's open that up now. And so, like I said, I don't know. We might continue with this game as we do more streams and whatnot. I don't know. It would be interesting to know what people think regarding. Would you want me to flit from thing to thing, or do you want me to be like, right? We've started this game, I'd like to see how it finishes. So we'll finish the game and then we'll move on to the next thing and whatnot. It's pretty much up to you guys. Like, I'm easy going. And I'll take game suggestions. Like, for certain. Right. Come here, you cheeky bastard. Come on. I thought this was a 40k channel. I haven't. It is a 40k channel, Millipede666. We have been talking so much 40k. We've talked about everything from what would we take if we could pick one IRL 40k weapon, to what do we think about like third-party models and how to make third-party models. We've talked everything. Lewis, right, I'm dropping off. We'll tune in where I can. Thank you, Mordian, for the engagement. It's been great. No, thank you. Thank you. It's been great to be able to do the live stream and talk to people live. Massive. Like, it's just massive. It's just so much fun. So thank you. I'll see you later, Lewis. Def Noise Marine. Hey, Mordian, if Traitor Guard got their own rules, would you give them a try like you did with Gene Silicult? Absolutely. In fact, I'd probably just use my Gene Silicult as Traitor... Oh, shit, mate. As Traitor Guard. I bet that headcrab could not believe his luck. And then I'd probably expand. I've always wanted some Traitor Guard models, so I'd probably expand my Gene Silicult with some Traitor Guard and some like old school cultists and everything, and then just have a generic cult army. That's probably where I'd end up. August Varney, I'd watch you play anything just to hang out with you. Okay, cool. I mean, if that's the case, that's actually incredibly helpful feedback. Like that's what I need to know. So thank you. That sounded very formal then, didn't it? I'm sorry. You know I'm sincere. Like, I appreciate it. Like, it's good to know. Like, 'cause that's what I want to do. I just want to like shoot the shit. Like I said, like I'm not the best gamer or best tabletop gamer or anything like that. But it'd be nice to just be able to have people to chat to and stuff like that. And it's nice that other people think that too. Millipede66, when is the biannual conscript video? Well, I have kind of done 2 conscript videos. I did here's my 365 conscript army, and then I took my 365 conscript army to a tournament. So you've kind of had it. Do you want me to do another one? Do you want me to just be like, yeah, conscripts are great. I'm happy to do it. You know me. I could do like a whole week. I could do conscript week. We could make it like a thing. Conscript week on the Morning Glory channel. I'd happily do it. Every week. Yep. I still like conscripts. Yeah, I've got more of them. 365 conscripts. Oh, you thought that was a lot. Well, now I've taken 465 conscripts. I've just cheated. It wasn't a legal tournament list, but no one checked it anyway. So this is a really big thing. Here's a bit of insider knowledge for you guys, right? Now, I've never done this, and because, you know, I'm honest, and also, if I got caught doing it, like, you know, I've got... No, it's just, to be honest, the number one reason is because I'm honest. Okay? I don't like cheating. I have been cheated. I don't like cheating. But here's a little, like, sort of tip for you. And, like, obviously, another thing to take, you know, just be honest, like, if I got caught like cheating, like intentionally fucking cheating, you know, it'd be really bad. So I know I've got things wrong in games. I know I've got things wrong. Like, what did I learn recently? Oh, shit me. I can't remember what it was. Oh, that was it. Shock troops, you have to have made a normal move. Even if it's like a centimetre or an atom, you have to have made like a normal move. So you can't just sit still and use it. So that's a mistake that I've been making, for example, but I've never done it on purpose. But here's a little tip for you, right? No one checks army lists properly. No one checks army lists. You could, I mean, so, in most RTTs and casual GTs, no one can be arsed checking the army list. They just leave it up to players to catch the mistakes. Like, it's bad, you know, but that's how it is. People could definitely get away with like gnarly shit if they wanted to. I mean, I wouldn't, like I said, but people definitely could if they chose to. Go on, army. Oh, look, I've got like 6 people following me. Look at this. This is like an actual squad. This is a remnant squad. Look at this. This is pretty cool. August Varney, have we got another dad joke? Is it guard dad joke? It should be like a veteran. We've got another veteran guard joke. If the Penal Legion broke their bonds and forged them into melee weapons to fight their enemies, what kind of weapons would they make? Maybe chain swords. That's fucking funny. Nay, veteran, it's hard to remember all the rules for guard when we need to bring 5 different books to player army. Yeah, exactly. But no, like, I will always forgive someone making a mistake. I will always forgive someone making a mistake. Like, you know, no one is perfect. You know, no one should be there, you know, to cast stones or anything like that. But, you know, and people, you know, 40k is a complicated game now. Or maybe complicated is the wrong word. It's convoluted. There you go. It's a convoluted game. And it's because it's convoluted, it's very easy to make mistakes. But outright cheating is bad shit. Yeah, cool, I got an achievement. Okay. There we go. A little save there, a little natural pause point in the game. In my first tour, I accidentally brought an extra basilisk. Fucking hell, Death Noise Marine. Fucking hell. Okay, that's a pretty big mistake, but it's an honest one, like, I can tell. I was too psyched to be there with my recently built army that I just started tossing things on the table. Thankfully, my opponent was very good support and everything worked out in the end. Good. Good. But, like, you know what normally happens? That's, like, the opposite of what normally happens. Normally, people forget to put models on. So, I have played a couple of games where people have got to the end of the game and gone, I had 500 points in reserve. And I was like, did you? You didn't declare them at the beginning. And he went, yeah, they always go in reserve. I totally forgot about them. And I would have, if I'd known, I would have said to my opponent, bring them on. Like, don't forget your fucking reserves, man. I hate when people do that to you. Like, oh, you forgot your reserves. It's like, come on, man. I said, you know, I've got them lined up here. Like, I haven't actually shot anything yet. You know what I mean? Motherfucker. Anyway, but do you know what's really funny? Do you guys want to know something? This is horrendous. I don't know what the player's called now, but he's got a reputation. Like, he's got a real reputation. I think, like, Stephen Box of Vanguard Tactics did a video on him, but it might have been someone else, right? This was at one of the really big tournaments. One of the ones run by, like, Zach, like, you know, London GT and all this kind of stuff, right? And this guy was, like, on, like, top table. And this guy was, like, looked at his opponent's army list and then just added 2 squads of eliminators. Just didn't say anything, just deployed 2 extra squads of eliminators. Just ballsy. Not on his list, because eliminators were a really good counter to his... And this is on, like, top table, or, like, top 4 tables. And, like, his opponent was just like, didn't really think anything of it. Like, didn't think he had eliminated this, didn't think anything of it. But because this guy has such a reputation, the TO came over and was like, why have you got eliminators? And the scumbag was like, I concede. It didn't even deny it. He just went, I concede. Because he thought if he conceded that he'd be like allowed to play on. And the TO went, no, you don't concede, you're banned. Get out. But like the fucking balls on this guy just to be like, yep, I'm just going to forward deploy these eliminators. Yeah. And like he'd obviously preempted. Like, and in this case, he had like loads of spare models. And like, obviously people end up bringing spare models because like you just have stuff in your armor case, right? But like this guy, like, he knew what he was doing. He didn't try and deny it. He tried to get away with it. He was like, I concede. It's like, no, you don't fucking concede, man. You're fucking bad. Get out. Jesus, that it's so bad. Oh man. So there's some stuff in the chat. What about an onslaught game? 2,000 point guard army constant spam. Okay, here's an idea for you guys. Yeah, that's not even subtle. That's not even subtle. Yeah, I know. It's insane, right? How about this for an idea? I had an idea for a series of videos, and I don't know how popular they'd be, but it was kind of inspired by how well my conscript video's done. You know, which is, I brought a shitload of conscripts, and that's something that people don't normally do, so they want to watch it, right? What about, like, epic 40k showdowns? So, I do a battle report, and it's like, who would win? 300 conscripts versus 300 zombies. 300 poxwalkers. And we don't even look at the points. We don't care about the points or anything like that. It's just, there's 300 of this model and there's 300 of this model. Let's fight it out. Or, you're like, who would win? 10 Leman Russes or 10 Predators? Or whatever the new Primaris ones are. Like, who would win? Let's just fight it out. We'll put some terrain and stuff like that. And that would be, that's the, like, kind of the general idea. Like 40k showdown, 40k epic challenges. Or, there's 12 knights on the table. How many waves of conscripts does it take to kill all the knights? Stuff like that. I don't know if it's almost like, it's like there's not much point to it, so people wouldn't enjoy it. Or people would be like, oh, this is an interesting experiment. I would like to know. Because people will math hammer it, right? Here's the big thing. People math hammer stuff online all the time. But math hammer means fuck all in the real world. You've got to not just simulate it. You've got to put the terrain out and try it. How about 300 conscripts, which is 4 great and clean ones? Exactly. Something like that. You know, if I could, you know, what I think would be really cool is like do like a poll and people can pick. And then either if I've got the models, I can do them straight away. Or if I haven't got the models, I can always be like, right, I need to do like some, you know, like a hype train or super chat or something like that. And I can be like, right, guys, I need this much to get the 4 great and clean ones. This is what I need to do the next challenge. Just an idea, like, you know, just stuff like that. Or 5 great and clean ones, exactly. Yeah, that sounds like, yeah, Ethan R. Oh, hell yeah, that sounds like an awesome battle report. Please do that. Okay, awesome. Well, I can do the 300 conscripts, which is 300 Poxwalker one. I can do that. So that's one we could do pretty early on. And I could definitely do 300 conscript versus like 12 Leman Russes. I could definitely do like 12 Leman Russes versus the, you know, like 15 Predators or stuff like that. Like, there's loads of stuff I can do. Phoenix 01. Phoenix 1. What shooter is this? This is, sorry, it's a bit late me getting back to your question. This is Black Mesa. It is the Half-Life, original Half-Life remaster. It's very, very good. It's relatively, obviously everyone's different, but it's relatively affordable. It's like 15 quid. It's very, very, very good. Phoenix 01, let me know when it's time to play Squad of Insurgency. I have Insurgency 1, but I think everyone plays Sandstorm now. I used to be really good at Insurgency, but not so much anymore. But I'd give it a go. Yeah, I'd pick it up. Killer Kriegsman, have you mentioned Auspex Tactics for shouting at your conscripts the other day? No, but I have chatted to him. I have met Auspex Tactics in real life a couple of times now, and now we're like tight, you know, we're like typing away. We're like text, you know, it's cool. He's a really big YouTuber, man. Like, I get a little starstruck when I get to meet real big YouTubers because I'm just like this little channel, just like doing my thing, and then when I meet like proper people who know what the fuck they're actually doing, I'm always like, oh, it's you. Like, I'm super cringy about it. I don't care. I like being cringy about it. Like, you know, what is life without a bit of cringe? But But I do keep it together, really, guys. But I don't know if this is a battle report or if we're just going to do it for fun. But we are chatting at the moment about having like a Warhammer game. I think it would be pretty cool to do an Allspec Tactics versus Mordian Glory battle report. But I don't want to put any pressure on him. Like, he's a very, very chill dude. So if he's like, you know what, I just want to have a normal game. I do 40k in, day out. I just want to play it for some fun. I'll be like, yeah, man, of course. I'm not going to put any pressure on you. If he suggests, let's bat rep this motherfucker, then I'd be like, you son of a bitch, I'm in. So that's kind of, you know, that'd be kind of cool, though. What have we got now? August Varney with another dad joke. Got another guard joke. Grizzled veteran is deployed against civilian insurrection. Tired of killing, he mastered the ability to blast the weapons out of his enemy's hands. What gun did he use? A shotgun. Man, I could lead these all day, man. But yes, I have said thank you to him for doing the shout out. I should have said. I have said thank you to also Tactics. Mr. Jack, I got more of the destroyers still in the bag. I haven't found the time. Yeah, well, I want a Marauder destroyer, to be honest, but it's like £400 or $400 or something. It's something crazy. So, yeah, maybe one day. But I'll buy it, I'll build it, I'll paint it, and they'll legends it, and I'll be like, fuck you, Games Workshop. I'm not even gonna hide it. Like, screw you, you son of a bitch. James Workshop, if that is your real name. Oh yeah, cool. It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. So, Borgum video release. Are Borgum useless? I'm not going to tell you now, guys. Go and watch it. Go and give it a view. And suddenly the viewer count on the streams plummets. To be honest, guys, we're probably going to wrap it up there. This is quite a natural break point, and it's good to have a little bit of a chat at the end and all that kind of stuff. So what I'd do is I'm going to save it. And I'm gonna call it there. So just like chat for another couple of minutes. If anyone's got any last questions or anything, just ask them now, and I'll probably wrap this up in the next minute or two. But I appreciate people might want to ask a last few little bits. But yeah, like I thought it was a really good first stream. What I would love is feedback on volume of the game, volume of my voice. Is there any background noise? Is there anything that was annoying? Is there anything that worked? Anything that didn't work? Anything like that, just let me know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to deactivate this, switch to this, and then activate this. Huzzah! We're on the main view. There we go. Millip666, when are you going to bring up Battlerex to your channel? I really enjoy your games with Scarlet. They're coming. So we've both been very busy IRL. I am fortunately not so busy IRL anymore, and so we'll be able to do more bat reps and stuff. But it's tricky. Total honesty with you guys, there's a lot of people that aren't into 40k as much now. And it's hard to get people to play a game that they're not really feeling, and I don't want to be a dick and like twist their arm and pester them and that kind of stuff. So if I want to do bat reps, but it's tricky. A lot of people in my gaming group play bot action now. In fact, it's a good 50-50, and of the people that I regularly used to bat rep with, it's like 90% have switched through the game systems, like Bot Action, Malifaux, Battletech. Battletech's the new big one in our group. So I will be doing more bat reps. I've just got to try and figure it out. But like they will be happening. I've just got to I think with the latest balance patch and some other changes which are made, people are warming back up to it though. People go hot and cold on 40k all the time. I go hot and cold on 40k all the time, and I love it. What, Mr. Jack, what is your one biggest one for the new codex? I don't want them. It's going to sound a bit generic. I don't want them to fuck it up. That's my big worry at the moment. what I want them to do is bring back platoons in a way that works. That's my number one want. I'm an old school player, and if I could pick one thing out of all the fluffy choices, competitive choices, and everything, I'd say bring back platoons. Because I think it's needed. Because I think platoons are fluffy, but I think they would also help us get past CP issues. Because if you've I don't know if any of you have caught this, but they're changing CP again. And so you're going to start off with, instead of like 12 CP, you're going to start off with like 6 CP. But you'll gain like 2 every turn rather than 1 every turn. And if they do that to guard, it literally means I can't bring 3 battalions of... I can only bring like 3 battalions and run a pure infantry army. And my pure infantry army would start with 0 CP, and I wouldn't have any other way of being able to do pre-game stratagems. So if they're going to do that, fine. But I want to run a lot of infantry. I want to run... Right now I'm running battalions as platoons. So bring back platoons so I don't need to do that. That's my biggest want, really. So it's fluffy and it helps mitigate some of the competitive issues that we're facing at the moment. Deaf Noise Ring, none of my friends play anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've noticed that. I know a lot of people have moved away. I've not noticed about your friends, obviously. I've noticed about my friends. Scott Carnes, do you own a Marauder Heavy Destroyer? I don't, but I want one. I am actually really light on guard flyers. I have 2 Valkyries, and that's it. I have, for my Space Marines, I have 2 Storm Talons, and I have a... Is it a Storm Talon? I have 2 of the little gunships, and then I have 1 of the like fighter ones, like the interceptor ones, but I built it, but I never painted it. So yeah. Paul Grins are useless. Have you met his Ogre brother? That's a bit harsh. He probably won't watch this though. He's very tech. He is a true faithful Imperial citizen. He's very tech illiterate. It was so funny, man. Like, total tangent, and we're going to wrap this up soon. But he tried to set up like a PayPal account, which is like nothing. And it's like, oh, I can't figure it out. Fuck it, I'm not going to do it. And I was like, well, then you'll never Patreon your channel. And he was like, I don't care. And I was like, okay. But like, it was so funny, man. Oh, it was so funny. August Varney, Ogre Bodyguard's such a hidden gem. I need to check them out. I've never used one, to be honest. I mean, I've got 15 Ogre, but I've never checked them out. August Varney, I want the ability to upgrade our company commander to regimental commanders like the Astartes Chapter Master. Having additional Warlord Trick stratagem that wasn't size zone would be bloody nice as well. Yep. Both great points, 100%. Perkysaurus, I have so many destroyers, I measured them by weight, not numbers. Nice. Do you want to know what I do? I have a 100% win rate with my Mordians. Do you want to know how? Because if I ever start losing the game, they're all metal. So I just scoop them into a pillowcase, and then I just beat my opponent to death with them. And then I technically didn't lose, right? I don't do that, really. But that is the advantage of metal models. Simon, to prove a point, I've just finished my section of Italian War Action. Exactly. Simon and I will be playing loads of War Action recently. He's got Italians. I've got Sicily Americans. It's going to be great. We should get some battle reports on that, man. Or we should just play some games, and then if we fancy it, we can do a battle report. Like I said, I don't pressure anyone. Mr. Jack, can't use more than 2 flyers anyway. Absolutely. That's why I've never been a huge fan of guard flyers. I guess I like tanks and infantry. For me, it goes infantry, mechanized armor. I like them all massively, and then it goes flyboys. But for regular guard, I love my infantry, I love mechanized guard, and then I love my my tank guard as well. Tanks are cool, man. Right, we're going to end the stream there now. Really, really nice to chat to everyone. Like I said, leave lots and lots of feedback, lots and lots of comments. If there's anything that you think I could do to improve, let me know. You guys know I'm super open to feedback, super open to criticism. Just tell me. And I hope you enjoyed it. I want to say Massive thank you to everyone who became a channel member in the during the stream. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that did like some tips and like some super chats, all that kind of stuff. And I want to say a massive thank you to the Patreon supporters. Goes without saying, all of you guys, people that tip, people that channel membership, people that support on Patreon, this channel simply wouldn't be around anymore. With all the costs that are involved these days, the channel wouldn't be around anymore. So massive thank you to everyone. Yeah, I mean, I can't say it sincere enough, but yeah, I hope you guys appreciate that. You are really, really appreciated. So massive thank you to everyone. Hope you have enjoyed the stream, and of course, I'll see you guys next time.